Hello and welcome back to Aquarium Plant Index, where each week we spotlight an aquatic plant to help you get the best out of your aquarium. This week we're taking a look at perhaps one of the most elegant mosses available to aquascapers, Fissidens fontanus, more commonly known to people as phoenix moss. Unlike many aquarium mosses that grow in loose, tangled masses, Fissidens has a refined feather-like structure that creates a neat, natural appearance. Its slow growth, compact habit, and distinctive texture have made it a favourite for nature aquariums and high-end aquascapes. So Fissidens fontanus is native to North America and parts of Europe, where it naturally grows attached to rocks, branches, and submerged wood in cool, slow-moving streams and rivers. Other species of Fissidens, once thought to be the same, have been found in parts of Australia, but that has since been reclassified and is believed to be a slightly different species. It belongs to the Fissidentaceae family, a group of mosses recognised by their unique leaf arrangement. In fact, the name Fissidens means split tooth, referring to the structure of the moss under microscopic examination. Unlike things like Java moss, which grows rapidly and often develops a wild, untidy appearance, Fissidens naturally is a compact and orderly moss. Slower growth means that it requires far less trimming, while providing a much more delicate and refined texture. And as an epiphytic moss, it should always be attached to wood, stone, or hardscape elements, rather than planted in the substrate. The defining feature of Fissidens fontanus is its incredibly fine feather-like fronds. Each shoot grows in a flat, symmetrical row, creating a layered appearance that closely resembles miniature fern fronds. And the unique growth habit gives it a much more structured look than most other mosses do in the aquarium. Its colour is typically a rich emerald green in healthy conditions, and because of its dense branching structure, it catches the light beautifully, creating subtle depth throughout the aquascape. As it matures, the moss develops into soft cushions or rounded clumps, which is where the common name phoenix moss originates, as the growth resembles the tail feathers of a phoenix. And compared to things like Java moss or Christmas moss, Fissidens appears much more finer, cleaner, and a little bit more architectural when used in the scale. One of the biggest misconceptions about Fissidens moss is that it's thought to be quite difficult to grow. But in reality, it is actually quite forgiving, and it simply just grows much more slower than many other mosses. The slow growth is actually one of its greatest strengths. It keeps its shape well, requires less maintenance, and another interesting characteristic is how firmly it anchors itself over time. Once attached to hardscape, it gradually produces tiny rhizoids that naturally secure the moss, making it appear as if it's almost just growing directly from the wood or the rock. And because of its dense growth habit, it also provides excellent shelter for shrimp, or newly born shrimp or fish, while creating ideal surface areas for biofilms to develop to feed the babies. Like many other aquarium mosses, Fissidens fontanus can actually be grown immersed. In humid conditions, it often grows faster than it does underwater, producing thicker, slightly firmer fronds whilst maintaining its distinctive feathered appearance. This makes it a great choice for things like paludariums, terrariums, wabikusa displays, riparian-style aquascapes where plants transition above the waterline. Providing humidity remains consistently high, Fissidens adapts extremely well to immersed growth. Because Fissidens should be used as an epiphyte, it should never be buried into the substrate, and instead, when using it in your aquarium, you should attach small portions to wood or stone using aquarium-safe glue or cotton thread. Use thin, even layers rather than large clumps, as this allows light and water movement to reach the entire moss colony. And avoid placing large balls of moss together, as the centre can become shaded and unhealthy over time. One of the most effective ways to use Fissidens is by attaching small amounts to branch tips, rock crevices, or exposed roots, where it would naturally mimic moss found in streams and forests. Maintenance is pretty simple, and because of its slow growth, Fissidens rarely requires frequent trimming. You should occasionally remove loose debris trapped within the moss, as fine particles can accumulate over time. And if sections become overly thick, simply trim the outer growth to maintain its compact shape. Good water movement is also beneficial, helping prevent detritus from settling, while ensuring that nutrients in the water column can reach the moss evenly. And unlike faster growing mosses, regular pruning is more about maintaining the appearance of it rather than controlling the growth of it. Although Fissidens is considered as a moderately easy moss, it still benefits from stable conditions and consistent fertilisation. Because it has no true root system, it absorbs nutrients directly from the water column, making a liquid fertiliser far more suitable and far more important than a nutrient-rich substrate. Medium lighting generally produces the healthiest growth, and whilst CO2 injection isn't essential, it does noticeably improve the growth rate, the density, and the overall colour of the moss. One thing that many hobbyists don't realise is that mosses respond really well to clean, stable aquariums. Excess organic waste can quickly become trapped within the moss, encouraging algae and reducing the water circulation throughout the colony. Keeping nutrients balanced, maintaining good flow, and avoiding excessive light will usually produce the healthiest moss. These things all work together to give you the best looking moss possible. Fissidens fontanus is one of the most versatile mosses available for nature aquariums, and it works particularly well with driftwood and bonsai-style trees, creating the appearance of miniature forest canopies, rock-based iwagumi layouts where it softens hard edges without overwhelming the design. It pairs well with Anubias, Bucephalandra, and Java fern, providing a beautiful contrast against broader leaves. It works well in shrimp aquariums where it offers grazing surfaces and natural shelters. Its restrained growth habit helps make it particularly valuable in smaller aquariums where faster growing mosses can quickly become unmanageable. So for aquascapers looking to add a subtle texture rather than untidy growth, Fissidens remains one of the best choices available. So some tips for success for Fissidens moss is to provide low to moderate lighting, attach securely to wood or rock, dose a quality liquid fertiliser consistently, maintain good water movement, and avoid allowing detritus to build up within the moss, and just be patient with it. Its growth is slow, but it is part of what makes it so beautiful. Fissidens fontanus is a premium moss that combines elegance, versatility, and remarkably low maintenance. Its fine feather-like structure, slow controlled growth, and ability to naturally soften hardscape have earned it a place in some of the world's finest aquascapes. So if you're building a minimalist nature aquarium, a jungle aquarium, a shrimp tank, or simply looking to add a subtle texture to your layout, Fissidens is the perfect choice. And you can grab a pot of this from us at horizonaquatics.co.uk or in store. And if you enjoyed this episode of Aquarium Plant Index, then please don't forget to like and subscribe, and let us know in the comments which plant you'd like to see featured next, and we will do our very best. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you on the next one.